in red, it should tell you.
Just stick with
At the top of the screen, it should tell you Facebook and YouTube.
This is not a pre-made video. That's what's awesome about it.
All right, well, welcome in YouTube. Welcome in our YouTube audience.
We are awesome.
Yeah, there's no
level. No matter
of,
what, we're awesome.
This is what you get with a live show. Yeah. Now, season 3 will be way more pro, but it won't be as much live.
I'm excited.
Be ready for this.
So, those of you just joining us on YouTube,
what's up, YouTube?
Welcome to Wrath New Booze Battle.
Season 2, episode 20.
So, you guys can call us live at 402-979-6262. That's 402-979-NBNB. And if you tell us booze, then you can pick a host to finish their beer.
And we're your host.
Finishing beer.
Damn, dude, you're a little. Well, you really only have like half of. We're your hosts. I'm Chris.
I didn't know how much was
going to. Nathan and that's Seth.
Because Nathan doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, he doesn't follow with us very well.
I didn't know how many glasses you can get out of that thing, so I didn't fill it like all the way to the top. Yeah.
It was 64 ounces, bro.
I don't.
16-ounce glasses. We need to get 2 full glasses out of that thing.
Okay, so I'll fill it up full, and then I'll get after you fill yours up full again, I finish it.
I'll catch up with you.
All right. So we're having some Facebook issues, having some output issues.
What happened on Facebook?
I'm watching. We got that black box over there.
What black box?
You got a black box on the window.
No, I know.
Oh,
it's
the YouTube chat box that doesn't really work all the time.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Oh.
It'll go away after a little bit on there.
It might go away.
Look at that!
Trying to get the chat thing for you.
Look at that pour.
It's hard to do.
That pour.
That's a good pour, brother.
Yep.
Ooh, wow.
That's what's up.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah, this is a straight up growler from the Nebraska Brewing Company.
All right, we good. We live.
And you can fill. It's $8 on Tuesdays to fill the growler.
Like $8 for 64 ounces of s'mores.
Wait, what?
On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
So you better believe any more meetings are going to be at Tuesday.
No kidding. Wow.
Because it's like $6 for a big glass.
Okay, so for our viewers, where's this at?
Nebraska
Brewing Company. Best brewing company in Omaha.
Well, in Nebraska.
In Nebraska. In the Midwest.
Well,
it could be in the world.
There's another one we haven't been to that we're getting ready to go.
We don't have to go to any of them to know that Nebraska Brewing Company is the best one.
Exactly.
Yeah, beer. It's the best beer brewing
company.
Oh, are we going to a different brewing?
Yeah. This year we are.
Are you working on that? Because I haven't been.
No, I haven't. I just know we're going.
Oh, okay.
So anywho,
let's get this.
So hold on, I want to finish plugging the Nebraska Brewing Company. Hey. You guys can check them out in Shadow Lake in Papillion or at 6950 South 108th Street in La Vista. So you guys can get the s'more beer there.
The La Vista is the actual brewery.
That is where they brew the beer.
Yeah, so.
I just want to let you viewers know you can stop this insanity and stupidity anytime by calling
402-979-6262. Roy says beer, ew.
Shout out to our 2 favorite followers and most followers. We know
Katie?
who they are. Katie and Roy are on.
Woo!
What?
Always. What's up, guys? All right, let's do some topics. What we got going on, guys?
Well, okay, so the first topic that we have,
as of today, I cannot see the screen, so.
What?
Look at the third camera, dude. The third camera.
What about
showing all the white computer cables.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Oh, wait, is that really?
Like, all of a sudden, it grabbed the camera.
That's the camera.
Did it grab that camera? Out of nowhere, it decides to use that camera.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be Facebook. That's great.
That's awesome.
Right, it's gone.
It's gone?
It's gone. He knows how. I taught him how to do it already. He's a quick learner.
All right,
nice.
Facebook.
That's awesome.
Bring him up on
That's just awesome.
I thought it was just the artwork.
Well, what do I do?
Because
it's a button, isn't it? It's a button to go to Facebook. It's a button.
There we go.
We're already on Facebook. Oh, it's main with PC.
Oh, yeah, Roy said look at your camera screen. I think that's what he was referring to.
All right, there we go.
But our first topic, Tony Dungy is under fire for statements about Christianity and faith during the Super Bowl. Because after the Eagles won, they were all, not all of them, but they were a bunch of very outspoken.
The stars. The ones that coached it, won it, or got the winning the catch.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. And Carson Wentz as well.
Yeah.
We're all praying to God and giving prayer. And then Dungy was talking to Foles, and Foles was like, God gave me this opportunity, put me in the right place at the right time, and gave me the ability to do what I wanted to do. And it's all glory to God. and they're catching all this flack for like, oh, well, Dungy shouldn't be talking about his faith on TV and using it in his analyst role.
Dungy is an analyst. He's the football player, so he can say what he wants during the interview. But Dungy is not allowed to talk about it because he's being paid to talk for his position, and so he really shouldn't be bringing that. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this?
You know what? I watched it, and when he said it, I was affected by it. I was affected, I was like, wow, he really just said that on national TV. Because it's not socially acceptable yet.
Right, and good for them for not giving a shit.
And I was like, but it's my mind still went there. Oh my God, he just really said that. And now, I'm not either way.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
It shouldn't make you mad.
Yeah.
If he had said the exact same thing about Muslims or Allah or Buddha, it wouldn't have bothered me.
Well, no, that's my point, is that he said it. I couldn't believe it. I went, holy shit, he just did that.
All I have to say is this is America, and we're supposed to have freedom of speech.
And as the analyst, all of the Dungy...
That's all I have to say.
But the problem is the community.
Yeah.
I grew up with the Pledge of Allegiance in my
Hell
school.
yeah, you did. So my kids say it every day.
And I remember the 90s and the 2000s. It was all fucking US of A.
Yeah.
It was still that way. Yeah. From the 70s to now, or at least when I was a kid,
yep.
It was all USA. This last 10 years of technology has just been nothing but selfish.
Yes.
Who can you sue?
Oh, yeah.
To get
Well,
by.
the thing with Dungy saying it, he wasn't saying, I am glad that Nick Foles is a Christian, or I think God did this. He was reporting what Nick Foles said. That's his fucking job.
Right.
His job is to report the conversations he has with these superstars.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem. I think what people are really mad about is that we as viewers were not happy with them taking a knee to protest, but we were okay with them taking a knee for God. I think that's really what the problem comes down to, is that they put their faith out there and that people flipped out about it, but they protested. Everybody, they're the greatest people on earth.
God just still.
So yeah, one of our viewers just said, "How is it different than the kneel protest?"
It's not. It's just their beliefs.
Yeah,
and they weren't even doing it on company time. The game was over.
Yeah,
and they were being interviewed on their own personal thoughts. I could even go as far to say that the kneeling during the anthem and stuff is on company time. So my company would not be allowed that.
Yeah,
most of their companies allowed it. So whatever. But the interview afterwards, that's not company time, man. That's your own personal time that you are giving to the interviewer.
Yeah.
Say whatever the hell you want as long as it doesn't violate FFA regulations. So, and there are even stars who get super excited, like, fuck yeah, I mean, oh! You know what I was disappointed, though? He didn't say, I'm going to Disneyland.
So I was actually...
But every year up to now that I can remember, the winner of the Super Bowl would always go, I'm going to Disneyland! That was always what he would say. They must have not paid for it. They paid a lot of money for Fox and Marvel. I mean, this has been a busy year.
Yeah. They just dropped the ball. They were like, oh, we didn't, gosh, dang it, we didn't pay that out. They have the money.
No, Roy.
I will say,
interviews are not company time. They're just time. Sorry.
I will say, when I heard it, I noticed it, and I just thought, wow, good for him.
Stared at me.
He likes you.
Well, we did do 3 pregame shots.
So I really wanted to hate the Eagles totally, and they're being willing to go against the grain makes me like the Eagle players just a little more.
I am so happy that the Patriots lost.
I really couldn't have cared either way. I'm going to say this on Roy's behalf and on all Patriot fans: the Super Bowl was stolen because both those touchdowns did not count. If you even agree slightly that either one counted, then you never get to put hashtag Des caught it ever again.
But
both of those catches, ball was on the ground.
No. The one in the end zone.
No. The ball's on the ground.
Ground can't cause the fumble.
No, wrong. Apparently in the end zone it can. Ask Jesse James of the Steelers and ask Des Bryant. In the end zone it can.
It was a good call.
They were both non-catches.
So I will say I was surprised.
It was not.
I was surprised.
No, hold on. I agree with you. They are catches, in my opinion, according to the rule that they've called in the favor of the Patriots all year. They were not catches because Jesse James did the exact same thing that Ertz did. Caught the ball, made a move for the end zone. Ball hit the ground after it crossed the goal line. in my understanding of football,
As soon as
if
they
you
cross
cross the goal line with the ball, it's dead ball. It's over.
yeah.
That's why the runners can like jump the pile and just stick it out, and it doesn't matter if somebody hits it out of their hand. As soon as it crosses the line, touchdown.
Well, that's why they can
But if
even
they're
get
a
a touchdown and not
receiver-
even be
Actually,
in it. As
yeah.
long as the ball is
If
in
they're
the
a
corners.
receiver,
They got the corner.
If they hit the
orange thing.
if they hit
Yeah.
that orange thing,
if they're
touchdown.
inside of the orange
Right.
thing, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but apparently, if you're a receiver and you're catching it anywhere near the goal line, and you move towards the goal line and it touches the ground, unless you're the Eagles in the Super Bowl, it doesn't count.
Wow.
so our Patriots fan even said
Yeah,
he's okay with the loss.
both defenses did not show up.
Yeah.
The Eagles' touted defense did not show up. Brady was, and there was pass interference on that last throw. Straight up. Classic Brady, I'm going to just chuck it down there, and he got it, but they didn't call it.
When they scored their
Agreed,
field goal
the
or
rule will
whatever,
get changed in the offseason.
yeah. When they did the field goal and
staring
Brady
at
was
me.
getting the ball back and he had like a minute,
It was
whatever.
like game over, Brady's going to win this.
Yeah, I was
He
like,
has this giant turkey that's got the.
What else was amazing, and what else hurt the Patriots were the missed field goals and extra points.
yeah.
Like, that just doesn't happen. To watch a professional fumble the snap, and then Gronkowski, or whatever his name is, the kicker, Gotowski, for the Patriots, dude almost muscled that ball through. The snap messed up, so he had to stop. And then he just stood there and kicked the ball and nearly made it in. It, like, went right past the upright. Like, I was like, damn, that dude's got some leg on him.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't his fault that he missed that one. No, the second one he missed was pure hit.
So, aside from the two football calls, or the two catch calls going in the Eagles' favor, what I like about the Super Bowl is that Tom Brady lost the game. He missed his one catch,
Listen, that 2
and then when he had the chance
I was like,
to go
here
down
we
the
fucking
field,
go.
when he had the
Patriots
chance,
are gonna win the last 2 minutes.
I was
No.
This is
Here's-
every fucking Patriots.
Here's
win.
what I love about this game, though.
and then he fumbles the ball. I'm
He
like,
strip fumbled. He got strip fumbled, which was exactly what happened to him against the Giants.
Yeah.
Okay? The Giants strip fumbled him to close out that game.
yeah.
But the best part was the memes that came from him missing the
yeah.
catch. Because now you've got memes where he's doing this and the Lombardi trophy's just going over his hands.
I saw one where it was Dez's face photoshopped onto there.
I love memes. Football memes are awesome. Cowboy memes, Falcon memes, they're all awesome. I love them. Send them my way.
All the memes are great.
What I love is how many people make fun of
Are you guys
the
in the Bronco? I guess the Bronco meme of the gay with the. It's all rainbows.
Yeah, you're right, Roy. He did not
Tom
lose that.
Brady lost the game.
No, it was his defense.
Tom Brady lost the game.
Tom Brady had 500 yards, like 4 touchdowns. The dude did not lose the game. His defense lost that game.
The 2 times where it really mattered.
His defense put him in a bad
He
spot.
didn't catch the ball.
Now that Roy's saying
and
that,
then
though,
he got
so the flip side of that is Romo's the best quarterback in the history of the Cowboys.
Romo is the best quarterback.
Because he did that every time, and his defense failed him every time. Just saying. So moving on from the Super Bowl. So let's talk real quick about halftime. The Scooby-Doo Eli meme was awesome. Did you see that meme? I posted that meme. It has the Scooby-Doo team unmasking Nick Foles.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
Eli
yeah,
Manning.
I did see that.
That was awesome. I was like, oh. And then there's another one I saw that had Nick Foles and Eli Manning wearing gay pride shirts, and they were pushing their son, which was baby Brady, and he's like, these are my daddies. I was like, that's awesome.
Did you post in the topics about Tom Brady not shaking?
I did. I didn't do any more research on this because he could have called afterwards. I don't know. It was kind of shitty enough to go up to them, but the other teams also just won a Super Bowl. They're required to get up and get the trophy and all that. So I don't really know.
Well,
and honestly, if you want to be a poor sportsman, be a poor sportsman. You know, whatever.
Well, even if he called afterwards, what they were saying is that every single time he won, he went and shook their hand. Every time that he lost, he did not. He just left the field and didn't want to.
He could be a poor sportsman. I mean, he lost the biggest game of the careers. So that's just the way it goes.
And now he's going to retire.
Sadly, he won't. All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Well, you asked about the halftime show.
Halftime show.
I was disappointed.
It was disappointing. I did like that he went up into the crowd, though. Took the selfie with the kid.
Yeah, that didn't know who he
The
was.
kid knew who he was. The kid knew who he was, and the kid's super famous now, and he's on Ellen and all this other stuff.
God
Yeah.
dang it.
That's what I gotta do.
Annoying.
I didn't watch.
He didn't know what he didn't look like he knew what he was doing.
Justin Timberlake went up into the crowd to sing a song, and this kid was texting, and he like got next to him and was like, told him like, hey, let's take a selfie, but like was singing a song.
Yeah.
So he takes a selfie with the kid. You can look online and see the selfie and stuff.
So
That's cool.
apparently,
neat
Tom
thing.
Brady talked to numerous Eagles players in the hallway off camera. So,
Yeah,
but
okay.
anyways, with the halftime show,
Of course.
Justin Timberlake had the greatest halftime performance in the history of Super Bowls, back with Janet Jackson. And then he gives us this.
Not true. Not true. Nothing that Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson did will ever top Michael Jackson or Prince.
Yeah.
Period.
I
Period.
don't think I've seen
I like
their
Aerosmith.
Super Bowl.
Aerosmith freaking rocked it.
Yeah.
That was back when they actually took a band from their audience
Yeah.
and put it in there. Because nobody in the audience cares about Justin Timberlake. It's all the people on TV that care about Justin Timberlake.
Right.
Your pure-blood Americans that are paying $5,000 to go watch that don't care about Justin Timberlake.
I liked when Aerosmith did it.
Dude, Michael Jackson rocked it.
Yeah,
I
Michael
did
Jackson
find it interesting how they started out with him, like, in that kind of club area.
So it was the first time that anybody's ever not just been on a stage. He went
Yeah.
out on, like, he started off down underneath, came up out dancing with some girls, did his concert, then went up into the crowd. It was pretty cool. Like that was neat. Like it was neat for him to do it differently. He was wearing some tacky ass clothes.
Yeah, what do you
Like
think of him
camo
using the Prince
thing was
hologram?
The Prince Hall, he did a Prince song to the video of Prince in his halftime show.
Yeah.
Like up on a hologram thing. It was pretty cool.
So I
And
heard.
hold on, they backed out off the stadium for the video, and like all around the stadium, they made the Prince emblem in purple
Oh yeah.
in lights. It was freaking cool.
That's
Like the parking lot, everything,
Yeah.
all these different buildings made it. It was really cool. Of course, Prince is from Minnesota,
Right.
so
I had heard that when they did the hologram thing with Tupac, that Prince had like specifically stated never
don't
to
ever do that.
with
Well,
him.
they didn't do a hologram. They projected him up on a sheet.
Uh,
It wasn't like the Tupac hologram where they
yeah,
were actually
I
walking
guess
around.
True, but
The Tupac hologram was about damn near as realistic as you could get
Right.
with today's technology.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll up off the Super Bowl
Well,
because we don't care about it. Oh, wait a minute. Is it time for something?
I have a nerve-wracking announcement.
Oh, no.
It's my first mess up.
Oh, no.
Time is set.
What?
What happened?
What did you do?
So I bought these new Tostino bowls at the store for chips and dip. I thought it was a all-in-one kit. The chips with the dip.
You just bought the chip,
No,
didn't you?
I just bought the dip. It's the whole thing of dip.
Bugles! Bugles!
There's no
No,
more
there's not
noodles.
enough. There's not enough chips.
They're not.
So,
Oh.
but your host Seth always has a plan B. Always.
Always dipping our fingers.
So
I don't want any cheese in
yeah,
that
I don't
pocket.
want something out
No,
of
We had cheese earlier.
we got plowed.
No.
Where did you pull that from?
Where did you pull a Jiffy Pop from?
Are you gonna hold it?
He's gonna Jiffy
He's
Pop.
got a Jiffy
Holy
on the
shit.
propane heater.
We have a propane heater out here.
Wait, I gotta open
Courtesy of Crop Dustin Bustin. Crop
I think you just
Crop
gotta
Dustin.
take the
Yeah,
cardboard
Crop
off.
Dustin.
No, I think you gotta open this first.
No, I think you just take the cardboard off.
No, bro.
No, you gotta open it to open it.
You just take the cardboard off.
Well, that's what open means.
Yeah, the cardboard. Shut up.
All right, scroll up on
Yeah.
our
Sure,
topics there.
I
What else?
already
What's the
did.
next one?
You
I can't see it,
scrolled
so you got.
down.
Yeah, you
No,
scrolled
no,
down.
no,
This
no.
is not a Mac, bro.
Yeah. So Roy is asking if any of us have seen this show. It's a new Netflix
Carbon
show.
is it Altered Carbon?
Altered carbon. So
Yeah,
good.
altered-
First episode I really liked. Roy did not.
I have not watched it.
You'll like it. I think it's a futuristic noir detective show. Is what I think it is.
I haven't even seen the preview.
So the premise
for it.
is, in the future, if you're rich enough, you never have to die. Everybody has these chip
I
things
don't
in
think
their
you have to
necks,
pull the whole edge
and
off.
you can pull it out and stick it in another sleeve, which is another human body.
Yeah.
Main character, it's kind of weird what's happening in the beginning. I take it from the flashbacks. He dies in like a theft of other people's discs.
Oh, yeah.
250 years later, he wakes up, and he's in a new
Oh,
body.
you gotta, like, do this shit.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
like,
you have to
you gotta
shake it?
baby it.
Yeah.
So he wakes up like 250 years later in another sleeve, and he's been purchased by this super rich guy who lives up in the clouds, and the production quality of this movie or this TV show is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, it's Netflix.
But he's being
They
hired.
proved that they have production.
He's being hired to. He's being hired to find out who killed the guy that's hiring him. Because this guy was so rich that not only did he have the thing in his back and got vaporized, so it was destroyed.
Yeah.
He was so rich he actually has hourly or 10-hourly backups of himself made. But because of the time difference, he doesn't know who killed him because it didn't back up in time. So he lost like 4 hours or whatever. So he's hired this super soldier from 250 years ago out of jail in a new sleeve to discover who killed him.
I don't know.
So I don't really know so far what's going to go on from that. That's kind of the premise. First episode's pretty good though.
What was that?
I think you'll like it.
The second season of
The sixth day.
Oh, Shannara Chronicles is bomb!
They just had the second season.
The books are so good. I know you won't read the books, but I love that they have the dude from Spartacus as the wizard.
Right.
Oh,
as Al-Anon or whatever.
have you guys seen The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh yeah, that's old school.
That's what that kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, kind of. Only that's like actual clones, like of your
Yeah.
Or if you've ever seen the movie The Island with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I love that movie.
So that's all clone stuff. This is like in the future, way in the future. Say your 7-year-old gets murdered. The law says that she's entitled to a free sleeve, but it's whatever sleeve they have available. So if some killer got put to death, they just killed his brain, basically.
Yeah.
They'll take your 7-year-old sleeve and slap it in there and give the 7-year-old a 20-year-old body, which is like fucks with their heads. And they actually show that in one of the quick side scenes.
I don't know how to tell if this is done.
It smells really burned, bro. It smells burned, bro.
It does.
Are you burning it?
I've been shaking it.
All I can think of is Scary Movie. Or no, Scream. Scream. It smells awful.
It does. Let's take it off.
That's done.
No, it's still popping.
Okay, hold on.
Ow!
Jump it! Fucker, that's how
Ow! Who is making popcorn? Amber says, who's making popcorn? Well, that would be Seth.
That would be his plan B for snack time with
Because he bought chips and dips, but really he just bought dip. Because he said dip. I think you're supposed to quit when the smoke comes out the top.
Yeah?
I think so.
No, it's still popping, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. It's just like in the microwave, dude. You don't wait until the popping stops or you burn most of the good popcorn.
You wait till it's further apart.
I don't think you do. Dude, I do not want hot splatter popcorn on my face. I will fuck you up.
Alright.
That would not be cool.
How do you
What's our
get
next
it
topic?
open?
Altered carbon, everybody needs to watch it.
I think it's supposed to go until it opens.
I don't think it is.
What's that next topic? I can't read it. It's too tiny on my screen.
What's the next topic there, guys? Somebody read it. Come on, homies.
Critic Corner. List in the commercials what you've been watching.
In the comments.
So I don't need to go up.
No, yeah, just continue up because that would take some effort to get that going. We talked about
Military parade.
So, what do you think about Donald Trump wanting $8 million to do a military parade?
That's retarded.
My initial thought, so I don't know any backstory. I guess it's because of Bastille Day in France or whatever.
Right, he liked that.
But my initial thought was North Korea does their thing, and that Trump wants to do his own to kind of like show up North Korea.
Right.
Was the way that I took it, and I do not agree.
Well, he's the president of the United States, and if he wants to celebrate something, he should be able to, right? Because when Obama wanted to celebrate Gay Pride Day, he paid extra to have a gay
How
parade.
much did he pay?
I don't know. Who cares? I'm just arguing the devil's advocate. I actually don't agree with this.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the devil's advocate.
Here's what I don't agree with. Here's what I don't agree with: $8 million.
Yeah.
If you want to support your military, which I'm so glad Trump loves the military. I really am. We do air shows all over the country. They cost lots of money to do. Go attend one of those as the president and bring more attention to that.
Well, actually, I thought that there's been, because of budgets, they haven't been able to do the air shows as much.
$8 million is going to the one in D.C. with no air show. And it's not like they can bring tanks and stuff like that down D.C.'s like streets or anything. So throw that $8 million towards the budgets for the air shows and such.
Well, I thought that's what he wanted to do. Was like
no, he wants one like in D.C.
Well, yeah,
but no, you mean like I don't think you can do that.
To DC?
I don't think you take all that hardware down it. I think it'd be too heavy. I don't know enough about it.
I don't know.
I know that my dad's a full bird colonel and he disagrees.
Yeah.
So do a bunch of his other.
I really liked your dad's.
Did you see his comment on that? I thought it was well thought out and well discussed. And my uncle disagreed with him, which they're good friends, so they talked about that. A couple other well-respected colonels and other officers were all those were other military members. If you read the comments. But yeah,
I thought he had just spoken.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. What he says makes a lot of sense.
I do too.
The $8 million can go towards a lot better.
Can you kind of paraphrase more?
Basically, he said, I appreciate that the president wants to honor our military, but the $8 million on a parade that's not needed is a waste of funds.
Yeah.
When it could be going towards other things like Veterans Affairs and stuff like that.
Right.
Which he's absolutely right. We could be helping people with that.
Yeah, okay, that's actually a very good opinion.
You could use that money for something that's really.
Well, he prefaced the whole thing with, I don't normally comment on Facebook, on political matters on Facebook, because he won't even tell us kids who he votes for, because he doesn't want to influence us.
Yeah.
So,
which I have like
guys,
mad respect for that. Yeah. I wish he would tell me so I could just understand him sometimes.
Yeah.
But
why doesn't he tell you the past?
Because he won't. He doesn't want to ever. Because imagine that he always votes Republican, and then maybe he will influence us to always vote Republican.
Right. He wants them to.
He wants us to make our own choices.
I don't want my kids to make stupid choices, though, so I'll influence them.
Nope. When it comes to voting and stuff, that's their right, and they can do whatever they want.
And
I understand.
Plus, your version of stupid may not actually be stupid.
And he raised us to make smart decisions. He raised us to make smart decisions, so like...
There is right and wrong when it comes to political.
Yeah, right.
Pun intended.
Everything is wrong if it's Hillary. Is what you're going with, right?
No, I said there is right and wrong.
Left is wrong?
That's what he's saying.
Dropped the sword on my neck.
Whoa. Although I'm pretty pissed off at the Republicans right now.
Why?
With the whole... So they...
If you say because they passed the budget, I'm going to hit you in the face.
I hate all politics.
Not because they passed the budget, because they don't have a backbone. Like, they are not... We have the House, the Senate, the...
But they don't agree with each other, so they weren't able to pass it by... Let me try some popcorn.
Oh, you don't like popcorn?
Oh, yeah, I don't like popcorn.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not
average.
It's not bad.
It's like a very good plan B.
Yeah, it's better than... Wait a minute.
Good.
We forgot to slide our sensational selves in for snack time and stuff.
We've been slid in this whole time.
I'm sure you have.
Y'all two slide right in, no problem.
But the whole time during Obama's administration, the Republicans were all complaining about, like, the deficit. Oh, we're increasing the deficit. This is crazy. This is outrageous. Now every budget that they've passed so far has increased the
hardcore
deficit.
spending. Yep.
Yeah, like,
deficit is bullshit.
It's a fake number.
It is. It's bullshit. All we have to say is, no, you guys aren't getting our money. There. Done. Debt's gone.
And what's China going to do?
What are they going to do? I mean, seriously.
Well, things will collapse.
Stop giving us money. If you were $1 trillion in debt to me, I would stop giving you money, bro.
Would you?
Yeah. I probably would have stopped at $1 billion. I'm just saying. After you're $1 billion in debt, I'm going to stop.
Listen, do you want to know why? You don't think J.P. Morgan or I'm just stop there. The big banks have influence over this country.
Sachs.
Well, of course they all do. They're all lobby. That's
why I'm going to keep letting you go into trillions of dollars a day.
Yeah. So I disagree with the parade. The parade doesn't need to be happening, but he's probably going to make it happen anyways.
And
but at least he passed the bill.
Don't do it into the popcorn.
What the?
I was joking, asshole.
You got a hairball, dude?
Do you need it? That popcorn went right now.
He said, "Do you need a Kleenex?" That's harking back to season 1, episode 8. Just look for an episode that takes place in the basement on YouTube.
Actually, it's a Babylon.
It was a Babylon. Look for Babylon taking place in the basement. No green screen.
Yes.
My hashtag #MeToo was because of that Babylon episode.
He was raped.
No.
He said,
there was no penetration. I had a table between me and him.
No, you had protection.
He had protection.
I had a children's folding table in between us, but I definitely felt violated.
Alright, let's go to the next topic here.
Alrighty.
We've only been going 40 minutes. I've already had 3 beers. It's a good thing we're out because this is highly alcoholic beer.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 12%.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Still tastes nasty.
But if you drink 3 glasses of it, you'll feel it.
Mine is.
What's our next topic?
Mine's 5.9. I can't read it.
Somebody that is facing the
Somebody
screen.
that is
You
by
posted
the screen
this. Smoking
needs to
in
read it.
cars with children
Really?
is illegal starting January 30th, 2018. But PolitiFact said that is wrong.
I pass that this way.
So let's start with, thank you, Facebook, for giving us fact-checking links to the things that we share. So now when you share something, if it's a popular shared item that's been proven false or true, PolitiFact will pop up and say, check your facts.
Oh, yeah?
Which is how I found this out, because I just posted this. I didn't know anything about it. So it's not true. The federal government of our country will not be passing any law that states this. Alabama has got it on the docket. However, there are 8 states that do have that, and there are other countries that have that. So let's just discuss the fact that, is there a problem with our government saying, you cannot smoke in the car with your kids?
No.
I don't know. I kind of feel that, yes.
If you're gonna bitch
the
about
No, well, let him talk.
It's not the government's place. Now, do I agree with smoking in the car with kids? No, I do not. I don't think you should do it. It's horrible for the children. It's horrible for anybody to smoke, unless it's a cigar. But I don't think that it's right for the government to tell you whether
Okay.
you can or not.
Is it
Can
right?
we do our
wait.
cigars during this
Is it,
Absolutely.
is it right? Is it right for the government to provide your kids with education?
Yes.
So then if they're entrusted with educating your child, why aren't they not allowed to be entrusted with protecting your child?
I think to a point they are, but mostly it's the parents.
Well, they
that
enacted a
should
law
be
that says
doing
you
it.
can't drink and drive a car with your kids in the car.
Well, no, you can't drink and drive with
That's them
anybody.
controlling you and your family.
Right. And I don't agree with that either.
So you think you
wait,
just
no.
whoa!
Let me step back.
Before you say anything,
believe
Nebraska Booze and Babble does not
Not
condone
condone.
drinking and driving.
We do not
No,
condone
That
drinking.
is not what I'm saying. I'm saying drinking and driving is bad, but the government should be the one telling you that it's bad. You should just,
But people aren't smart enough.
well, that's people's problem.
But those people,
Then
if
we
you don't have
take-
that rule,
Then we should take all the warning labels off of stuff and
let
let
nature figure it
natural
out.
selection figure it out.
So if they pass this law, actually, here's the deal. If they put this law to the vote, and you were asked to vote yay or nay, would you vote yes or no?
Yeah.
Especially since it doesn't affect you, really.
Right now, I don't know that I could answer that.
Fair
I
enough.
would vote to enact the law.
I would have to think about it
These
more.
2 fuckers.
I would have to think about it more.
Seth, would you yes or no?
I would probably say
Seth,
no.
why do I get a crappy throat?
Yes.
I would probably say no.
Because it's a weird angle.
You suck.
It's
We
a
have one
weird
no.
angle.
One yes.
I would vote yes.
2 yeses, 1 no.
Really?
That was
It
terrible.
doesn't carry.
It doesn't carry, bro. It's yours.
It's too light. It doesn't
What's
carry.
yours?
I already said I would vote to enable the law.
Yes.
Yes.
That's 3 yeses. That's democracy.
Democracy
Suck
passed.
it!
Now, would you suck it up and deal with it because democracy passed it?
I would.
Because you don't smoke.
Even if I
So-
did. Even if I did
No.
smoke. I would
Marijuana
not
legalized
smoke.
in Nebraska, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Now,
We just passed 2 laws. Look, Congress, it's this easy! It's this easy!
democracy.
Right? It's this easy.
So,
Nebraska Booze and Babble, law is in session.
here's why it's totally allowed to have the government in their hands in that. The government has the power to do it, number 1.
Only because of the people give it to them.
Number 2.
Right.
No, I'm agreeing with this. Number 2. People got to deal with it for the first, 10, 20 years, and then it becomes the norm in the country.
True.
All set an example for the future of humanity.
Alright, so since you agree and you agree, let me twist this on you. Government says you can't own a gun because you have a kid.
I was going to say something similar. Because the whole thing is about protecting children.
Right. Yeah.
So government says you can't take your kids to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because
That's what
McDonald's
I'm
is
saying. I
unhealthy.
mean, at what point?
Where do you draw the line?
No.
Yeah. At what point do our parents not held to be parents anymore?
Well, so wait a minute.
No.
That's kind of a weird...
No.
The McDonald's one's kind of weird because you're like denying a company service. that's only while smoking in the car with the kids. It's real specific.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can't have a gun in your home while you have a kid under the age of 18.
I do not agree with that.
No. Do I know why?
The government's protecting the child from the ability to get access to the secondhand smoke, protecting the child from the ability to get access to a gun that's loaded.
But a gun is a weapon I can use even against the government. And I will always protect myself and my family first. Because what has history shown?
I'm just saying, give food for thought. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just food for thought.
Yeah.
It's not a completely dissimilar...
I think the government needs to stay out of our personal lives.
The day the zombie
That's
apocalypse
the way.
happens,
That's just my opinion. And I respect him for his.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
disagree with him, but
which
Absolutely.
one? The
what's the whole
zombies?
thing about the
Zombies. You disagree with the
I
zombies?
don't even know what the hell you're talking about, zombies.
Sometimes that's just talk, bro.
The perfect example.
I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse.
The laws that were passed about smoking, like in restaurants and
Yeah.
bars and
How do we think about that?
I love.
There was a day where we had to sit in a glass room in Plattsmouth to stay away from smokers.
Yeah, I will say I love not being around smoke.
I do too.
But it was not the government's right to mandate to businesses how
I
they can
agree.
operate.
Yeah, it was.
I agree. I'm not gonna say I
100%.
don't like it. I do like
Yeah,
it. But
I
I
agree.
really think
I
the government
love it.
should have kept their nose out of it.
I feel like the state government has the right to say,
I'm a smoker.
yo,
Then
he
I'm
is a
glad they
smoker.
segregated it.
This bitch has not quit smoking in 3 years. I've known him. Get the fuck off of it, dude.
I'm glad they passed the law. Because I'm affected. We all know now.
How
Smoking
many-
affects your health.
Oh yeah, it's even if you're a smoker, you can't deny it. It kills
Third-
people. Like this.
Third-hand smoking exists. Do you know what it is?
What do you mean
Cigar
third?
smoking.
What do you mean
That's
third-hand
totally
smoking?
cool.
What? Stick a what?
So now you know what third-hand smoking is.
I'm not
let
a
me
good.
guess. Let me guess.
What's third-hand smoking?
So third-hand smoking would be that someone smokes and gets onto the second person's clothes, and then the third person. So, like, if you have a baby and you were in a second-hand smoking situation, that smoke on your clothes affects the baby.
On your carpet.
Oh yeah,
In
carpet.
polyester. Yes.
Ooh, I did not know that was a thing.
Well,
I mean, it makes sense, but I
it
never
makes
thought about it.
what soaks up all the smoke more than anything?
Your lungs,
No. Within an area.
clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Polyester cloth
Yeah.
holds it. Fiber.
And if it's cold outside, it even works even more.
Oh yes.
Explain that to me. Science, I know, but damn, if a smoker goes outside in the cold
Don't
and
tell
comes
me.
in,
Don't
woo!
tell me you've seen an old car who was a smoker in the car, and there's not different colors.
Oh,
I've seen
have you ever been in an old house?
Yeah.
It
Brown.
stains the walls,
Brown.
bro. You can't get it out. You got to re-drywall that whole bitch.
That's
Oh,
third-hand
yeah.
smoking.
That's
Bob-
crazy. I never thought about that.
Bob, when I used to work, the guy I used to work with, his mother-in-law had lived in that house for 20 years and always smoked. And and he would just tell me how they could just every year they could see the wall changing a shade of yellow.
Oh, I got to pause you real quick.
Brown.
Let me tell you this. Nathan is so bad at snack time that he's failed 2 of the 3 times.
Yeah,
However, Seth recovered from not even buying half of his snack. I'm just saying.
I want to know.
I gotta bow down to
You
snack
just
time with
happen to
Seth.
Have a Jiffy.
This homeboy's always ready with food, bro.
How did you just happen to have a
If
Jiffy
you need a
Pop in your-
pizza-
in your coat?
If you need a pizza,
I mean,
Seth
what
can make it
else is
happen.
hidden in there that
Alan,
we don't know about?
Alan, if you need a pizza, Seth can make it happen in 20 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Period.
Get out of here. I mean, what else was like hidden? He's like, don't worry, I got this covered.
I got plan B. Ow! And it's like
right
he
here.
knew, just in case there will be a fire outside.
Yeah.
Because this would not have worked without the propane.
Right.
But guess what? What you don't know is I got a campfire saved log in my car.
Oh,
Ready to go.
this guy's like, let's light the log. I love him. I love Seth. Oh, snack time with Seth is a win again. All right, scrolling up, we killed the smoking thing.
All
What do we got next?
right. Now what?
I didn't read that. The
What is it?
Nebraska baseball protest.
Ooh, I'll just explain it to you. There is a student at Nebraska.
Like, Facebook fact check this.
Oh yes, it's pure fact. Okay, like just don't deny this. This is true fact. Woo. So this kid is a student at UNL. On his live stream of whatever, he came out and said, "I am the most devout white supremacist in Nebraska. I'm not afraid to get violent." I'm just paraphrasing him, but he was very adamant. I am white supremacist. I don't agree with racists being allowed to do things. Black people are this, blah, 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 blah. The school board came out and said, hey, we can't expel him. It's his right to free speech. Y'all can hate all you want, but they already got in trouble a few times because they didn't stand up for people's right to free speech on the other side. Black people, Christians, etc. UNL has been under fire a few times for not standing up for Christians' right to meet, for black people's right to protest. And so now this white guy comes out and wants to be like, fuck the races, white supremacy, and everybody at the school wants him kicked out. Which is exactly the thing that he wants every time a black person wants to do Black Lives Matter.
Dustin says, bow down to snack time.
Oh, it is. All hail snack time with Seth. All hail.
There we go. So this,
What is that? Other thing
Oh no! So the student,
What happened?
the student body of the basketball team.
Yeah.
The basketball team has flooded Twitter with "Hate never wins" is their hashtag. Hate never wins. And they're just adamant about like peacefully saying, "Hey, we don't agree with you," and the student body wants to say that we're united in love over hate.
I mean,
I'm totally fine with that.
Vader won for a while there. He said hate never wins. Fear leads to anger.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to
suffering.
Star Wars is less than Star Trek. So what do you guys think?
I respect
Should
your
they kick
opinion.
one?
I disagree.
No.
We're not getting off.
No, don't get off topic.
No.
Should
basketball
one quote
protester.
that's worth a shit of, other than beat me up, Scotty.
engage?
I'm not.
Oh my god, that's it?
Star Wars.
No.
Make it so.
No. You want one quote? Wait a minute. You want one quote? I'm a blank. I'm not a blank. I'm a doctor. One of those famous sci-fi quotes of all time. So, anyways, do you agree? Should the board kick out this kid for blowing up?
So you'll live long and prosper.
I don't think so.
Oh, live long and prosper. No, they're absolutely right to protect his freedom of speech. Outside of class, he has the right to express whatever stupid view he wants to.
Westboro Baptist.
I don't agree with this view.
No, kid's a moron.
But he has the freedom of speech. He should. This is America.
And let's be real. Tell me he ain't getting his ass whooped the first second somebody finds him without a camera on him. You know what I'm saying? Kid made himself
I don't know that that's wrong.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I mean, sometimes a buddy needs an ass whooping, bro.
Exactly, yeah.
Sometimes all people understand is a good, solid ass whooping.
Sometimes you don't get your shit straight till you get a good ass whooping.
But would a black person beating him up really make him change his mind?
Probably.
No,
not.
it'd prove his point, actually.
Probably would enforce
It would prove his point.
Yeah.
He would enjoy it and like it and get away with it.
Are we talking about a fight?
The white kid, white supremacist in UNL, vowing that he's the most devout white supremacist in Nebraska, and everybody wants UNL to kick him out of the school, and they said, no, we can't. It's free speech. He can say that if he wants to on his own private web channel. On Booze and Babble, his version, he can say whatever he wants.
Oh, he's not doing this on campus.
No, he's not on campus going, kill the black people, love the white people. He's on his own little video channel, YouTube channel, whatever
But
it is.
even if he was on campus, if
Public school, he pays to go there.
Well, yeah, other people have their like protests or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
As long as he's going through all the proper.
How many safe place protests did we watch happen? How many take down the monument protests did we watch happen? Everybody has the right to express themselves.
They do. And they have the right to protest
Yep.
as long as it's
Peaceful protest and get out of my way.
A protester or an expressor?
I'm an expressor.
Mind expressing yourself a little bit?
I think I have been expressing myself.
It's 10:01. We got 6 minutes, so we started at 9:07.
Well, we technically have like 10 minutes because we went out there for a minute.
Don't worry, guys.
So what's the next topic? So we don't
That's
agree.
it.
We don't agree with white supremacists, but we agree with their right to be white
So-
supremacists.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Facebook fact checking.
So let's discuss this. What do you guys think?
I think that's awesome.
I think it's great. I think that it needs to happen on Twitter for the president.
Yeah, I think it does too. Yeah. Somebody needs to throw that shit on the president and be like, nope, this is wrong.
What I would be curious to see, though, is when they are doing the fact checking, if they are fact checking more
Left to
on
right?
one side, because
Because they're very left wing.
PolitiFact has already
But
been.
isn't a fact regardless
True.
if it's left or right?
So Mitt
Go
Romney,
ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Mitt Romney during his election had more pants on fire call-outs by PolitiFact than the entire Democratic Party for 20 years.
They target right wing.
They target exactly. They target people, and they super lean that way. So if for the most part all they're doing is just fact checking all of these right wing posts that are coming out, then that's going to kind of skew people.
It will.
Like, well,
it will.
Right? And how is that not interfering in the next election? We're having this whole big thing about the Russian.
I don't feel like Facebook should ever be accused of interfering with the election. If Facebook's where people get their information from, then you don't want them voting for you.
I feel if you're trying to actually get information, you should probably do it elsewhere than Facebook.
But people don't, and that's their problem.
People that vote are...
That's their problem. So what? How many people that vote are racist assholes and voted for Trump? It doesn't matter. That's their right to vote, no matter what the reason is.
Exactly, but that's what they were trying to say with the last election.
Russia can do whatever they want on Facebook. They have the right to do it. It's not an internationally locked company. So if Russia wants to support Trump through Facebook, fine. If they want to tear down Hillary through Facebook, fine, or vice versa. It's Facebook, and if that's where you're voting, people get their information from, good for you or bad for you. I don't know.
When I do my research, I don't go to Facebook.
We make informed discussion.
Yeah, I look in all different sources.
So I read a fact check. I don't remember what company did it on the State of the Union. I read a fact check on the State of the Union, and they were disappointed that there were not more lies in the State of the Union. So what they had to do, was caveat the State of the Union. Well, Trump said that unemployment is down to the lowest it's been in 10 years. While this is true, it's not exactly Trump's fault. It's actually Obama's fault because Obama started it, and it just culminated in today. That's bullshit. He fucking said a fact. Facts are facts. Employment is at the lowest unemployment rate it has been in 10 years. Fact. Doesn't matter why, who, when, or why. If he takes credit because he's the current president, welcome to being the president. Every president gets blamed for or credit for whatever happens now, regardless of how Obama got credit for catching Osama bin Laden. How many years was our military doing that? 10 or 15.
It's more long than that.
Right.
They've been trying to get
3 president terms. 3 terms of presidents to 2 Bushes and an Obama.
Well, 2001 is when.
So 2 Bushes and an Obama culminated in catching him.
Four of them.
Okay, so 2 Bushes and an Obama culminated in catching him.
Before him.
Clinton? Did Clinton start it?
No, before Bush.
I feel like it was Clinton, Bush, Obama, right? Nixon. I feel like. Whoa, bro. Whoa. You're mixing shit up.
I
don't even know if Clinton gets credit for going after Osama. Because 9/11 wasn't until Bush.
It wasn't until, yes, we know now that Obama was, or not Obama, Osama.
Same difference?
Osama did do, the van bomb in the World Towers, the World Trade Center, back in the 90s.
But he wasn't a world threat then. He was just a...
Yeah, it wasn't, full on, we are going to hunt you down and...
But my point is, the Bushes started the hunt.
Yes.
Or Bush did.
George W. Bush.
And Obama finished it and got credit for it.
Yeah.
He also got credit, or blamed for all kinds of shit that wasn't his fault.
Right.
That comes with the gig.
It just comes
welcome to... Now we're with Trump, and Trump is a year in. He gets credit for shit Obama started. And he gets credit for stopping shit Obama started. He's also going to get blamed for a bunch of shit Obama did.
Right.
Perfect example of this. I am in the process of buying a house. In Douglas County and Sarpy County, you pay back taxes. So, the year previous is the tax.
Even if you didn't own the house, then.
Exactly. Yeah. I am paying the previous seller's taxes, and I have to pay up front. I have to do 7 months prepaid. If I was moving in February, I'd be doing 8 months prepaid or whatever of those taxes. So I am dealing with the past owner's stuff. But when the next person comes along, they're going to have to deal with my crap.
Right.
Same thing with the presidency.
Yeah.
Unemployment's lowest it's ever been. The stock market is the highest it's ever been.
Well, it did drop 1,000 points.
It did drop the most it's ever dropped.
That's called a correction.
Everything Trump does is
Bitcoin.
Oh, man.
What? He's on his phone. He wasn't listening.
But, so...
Al-Qaeda was founded.
I didn't say when it was founded. I said when we started hunting those bitches
in
down.
1988.
We didn't start hunting those bitches till they took down our towers. We didn't care about Osama bin Laden until he flew the
It
plane.
wasn't a manhunt until after
9/11.
September 11th.
No.
He
There was no manhunt.
he was on the radar.
But no president was actively like, I will catch him.
Yeah.
Until Bush said it.
started the manhunt on 9/11.
Yeah. I mean,
By the way, I want to say thank you to President Trump for signing the budget, because the budget paid for my company to stay open for 2 more years.
Yeah,
So
that means we still have a
thanks for the
job
paychecks.
for 2 more years.
Thanks for the paychecks.
Yeah.
But
I just want to throw that out there for in case Trump wants to sponsor Nebraska Blues Battle.
I
We will
mean,
take that sponsorship before we take the Eagles.
I will say that, like, if Osama bin Laden happened to have been caught in, like, 99 in the U.S., they probably would have arrested him.
And it probably wouldn't have even been national news.
Things. Exactly.
It wouldn't have been national
But
news.
it
They're like,
wasn't-
oh, we caught some terrorist, dude.
Yeah.
What's a terrorist? Would have been what's the case.
Yeah, right.
Why is this guy important? After they take down a couple towers and cause a national crisis and start some country songs, and we'll fuck your shit up. We're coming after you.
Mission accomplished.
Pound sign true.
And
On that terrible disappointment, we will end Nebraska Blues.
No. He's been on. The United States has been looking
Oh,
for
we're
Osama bin
so
Laden.
over with this
We've
discussion.
been looking.
So on your buttons there, you have one that takes you to the
like
outro.
we said.
Mute us.
Yes,
Mute us
he was
first.
a noon
We're learning right now. We're learning. That's enough. I'm going Alright guys, follow us. I got to do
Nbnb.
Brown cow.
And on YouTube at
Brown
YouTube.
chicken, brown
cow. Turn on the music too.
Nebraska Blues.
There is no music. There is no music right now.
This is definitely music right now.
No, it's not.
Trade
It's me going brown chicken, brown cow.
Hold on.
Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and
Stay
Twitter.
live.
I need
Stay
proper,
live.
I need proper training.
We're gonna
Stay
smoke some cigars and head on into Babylon.
Wait, we're gonna do Babylon.
We're gonna smoke a cigar, bro.
How are we doing?
All right, you gotta stop the feed.
Do we have cigars?
Stop the feed.
I can't volunteer Alan cigars.
Stop the feed.
Why are we stopping the feed?